removing my underwear and want to pee, I saw a hand that come in. I saw a hand creeping through the windows. And hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to my YouTube channel. Please, guys, like, share, comment, and subscribe. And please click on the notification bell to get notified every time I upload a new video. So as I said, I did story times. I posted this on my Insta lives last week, and I don't know how long it will be taking, but I'm trying so hard to get the story, to remember some of the stories that I wanted to share with you guys. Cause everything that I'll be sharing with you are things that actually happened. So as I said, I'll be doing story times. I said this on my Insta lives last week, and I don't know how long it will be taking, but I'm trying so hard to get the story, to remember some of the stories that I wanted to share with you guys. Cause everything that I'll be sharing with you are things that actually happened. And the first story to do is my paranormal experience. You'll get to know why I'm putting the paranormal in quotes. And as from the topic, yeah, you get it. So let's get straight to the story. So the story starts back way in 2012, 2011. I don't remember well the year. All I know is that I was in class 7 and I had just joined boarding school, and I really hated I really hated it in boarding school. Okay, I don't know if there's anyone who loves boarding school, but as for me, oh my god, I'm having breakfast. As for me, I really hated boarding school. I never wanted to go there, but I was forced, and there was nothing I could do about it. No matter what I said, um, my parents thought that boarding school was the best option for me. And when I went there, I started doing well in school, and they were like, "Okay, you stay there in boarding school." So I went to this boarding school somewhere in Eastern Province. Right now it's Makueni County. Yeah, I was in boarding school in Makueni County. Yeah, it's Makueni County, around Kibwezi. Not Kibwezi, around Makindu. Sorry, I was in Makindu, Makueni County, and that's where I did my class 7 and 8. I was just there for 2 years actually, and I really hated the school. Not even though it was just for 2 years, but I hated the school for class 7 to 8. So I really appreciate what the school did to me coming back to it now. But at that time, I was a kid. I just really hated it. I loved it when I was in day school. I loved my friends here, and I don't know how to make friends. I always have trouble making friends. So going to a new school, I really felt bad. Yeah, let's say that. So as you can see, I'm starting with the part 2 of this story. Yeah. So the part 1, I'll be doing it later. And so the part 2 starts when I was still in class 7. Yeah. Because I don't think in class 8 there are so many dramas. Yeah. In class 8 I don't remember much, but maybe I'll try to remember and post for you guys the story. So yeah. Still in class 7, it was second term. We are closing for the August holidays. And so that day we had closed school during the day. The people who lived around Makindu, Kibwezi, somewhere where it took less than 2 hours for you to get home, they left. The ones who were in boarding school, because the school was there in boarding. And for those of us who stayed far away, because I stay in Diani, and that's around, it's more than 6 hours travel from school to my place. So since we closed the school at around afternoon hours, so I couldn't go home because I would get home at night. And those staying in Nairobi also couldn't leave because they'll also get home at night. So the teacher said thought it best for us, those staying in Mombasa, those staying in Machakos, Nairobi, and other places so far away, we wait till the following day, which was a good idea and safe for the students because they're just primary school kids, all under 14. So that night we went to bed. We went for the evening Saturday night show. Okay, it wasn't Saturday night show because it wasn't on a Saturday. That's what I'm sure of. I don't remember the day, but since it was closing day, there's no way we could go back to class and read, and no one would be concentrating on reading since we were going home for the August holiday. So we went for I don't know, for the show just to entertain ourselves as time passes by, as we wait for the next day so that we can all go home. Everyone had packed their stuff during the day. We were so excited to go back home. Yeah. So after our entertainment that evening, everyone went back to their dormitories. So we went back to the dormitories. So at the dorm, we always sang first, praise and worship, then prayed together as a dormitory. Then you can also pray again as personally as you go to bed. Yeah, of which that was a good thing. I learned from there. Singing prayers, then pray, then you could pray again personally for yourself and all that. So yeah, we did all that. Then we went to bed. Everyone said their goodbyes. Well, everyone was just so excited we were going back home. So everyone said their goodbyes to one another. They were going to bed. Then by around 11, the matron said it was time to sleep because, okay, she could understand. Normally, the lights went out at exactly 9, but that day the matron gave us some time. We were excited, all that. People were finishing up some packing if you hadn't finished up. Others were just there saying stories, planning on how the holidays were going to be. Yeah, and it was also exciting. Then we went to bed early. But actually, I think I went to bed early that day, and we were sleeping in bunk beds. And I used to sleep on the top bed. Then one where we used to sleep, the girl who slept below me, she went home because she was staying around, and I got scared because around where I was sleeping, most of the people had gone. So definitely, I was scared, and I had to find somewhere else to go and sleep. Then some girl there, and she said, "Why don't you come and sleep? We sleep together." And since it was on the lower bank, so it was allowed at school. The top bunk we were never allowed to sleep two people, but the lower ones we were allowed to sleep two. So I went to sleep with her in her bed that night. We waited for the next day so that she can go home. So as the night went by, um, the lady I was sleeping with, the girl I was sleeping with, let me call her girl because we were all girls at that time, not ladies. The girl I was sleeping with, she pushed me off the bed because I was sleeping on this other side of the edge. So she pushed me and I fell. I didn't fall, but I was almost falling down because I felt that I was falling. And I woke up. Then when I woke her up and I told her, Masi, Masi, Lala Poa. Then she woke up. Then we started. Okay, I felt to pee, and at that time we used to pee on buckets. Don't judge us. We were kids. We were scared of going to the bathrooms with all the stories going on around the school. And also, I don't think the matron would have allowed us. I think she would have allowed if you wanted to go for a long call, but you had to go with someone, and finding someone to take you at night, it was also kind of hard because everyone was scared of leaving the dorms at night. So I woke up lady. Everyone had her bucket where she would pee on. So I took mine, she took hers. And as I was going down, I was undressing, removing my underwear, and want to pee. I saw a hand in the come in. I saw a hand creeping through the windows, one of the windows, but not next to us, cause how the beds were arranged, like we were like in the middle, cause they were each side there were two rows. Yeah, there are two rows from each side from the door. The door, like there was a hole in the middle. Then on the left two rows, the other side two rows. So we were in the middle on the left side. So the windows on the other side, I think they were broken, and someone could open it from outside. I hope they fixed it by now. I saw a hand open and I was like, Masi, kuna mtu anaingia dom. And Masi was like, no, you're probably just too sleepy. And I was like, no. Then I stopped peeing. Actually, I put on my underwear back. Actually, me wanting to pee just went off. Like, just didn't again. I didn't feel like peeing again. I don't know if you guys can understand. Cause right at that time I was really shivering. So yeah, me I stopped peeing. Masi peed. Then I told we squatted. We didn't stand straight. We squatted like so. The person whose hands was creeping um, got in. Then he started looking for the people asleep from the top, from where he was, that top bed. And that top bed, the girl who used to sleep there, she was already gone. She had gone home because she was from around there. Actually, these things, are they just coincidence or what? I don't know. Okay, the girl was gone. She had gone home um, that day. So he stood. It was a guy. He stood that that, not stood, but he was squatting from that bed, looking at from the left corner, looking around at the people on the top banks, and everyone was fast asleep. Some were sleep talking. Everyone, people have different behaviors while sleeping. And before that, there were rumors about someone coming into the dorm earlier on, and the person was so hairy. So before Masi and I decided to pee, I wanted to tell her that let's go to bed and cover ourselves because I was scared. Imagine seeing someone who is hairy everywhere, the whole body. There's no going back from such a look. Like literally, that would have destroyed me emotionally and mentally. Seeing someone who is hairy, thinking of it just gives me the creeps. And spoiler alert, the person was never hairy. So back to the story. So after he had peeped everyone from the top banks, um, and everyone saw everyone asleep. Some were talking at night, and others, I don't know what they were doing, but he just looked, and then he decided to, still on the top bed, but he decided to look down. Yeah. Then that's when he started from our corner where we were, and I think when he saw us, Mercy started saying, "Shindwe, Shindwe," and the only words that could come out of my mouth were "matron." I called out for the matron. There were boxes where on the hallway heading to the matron's room, and I have no idea. There were boxes. We had removed our buckets where we are going to pee, and I have no idea how I skipped without spilling a single pee, not getting her to the single box the matron's office. My whole body was shivering. I was so scared. I don't think I've okay. I know I've been scared, but I don't think I've been that scared. Like that scared to the point I was that shivering. So back to it. I went to the matron's office. The good thing I had seen the guy. I had seen his face because while he was looking at the top banks, Mercy and I saw the face. And you wanna know what the guy was wearing? Was wearing an underwear, just an underwear, a red underwear, and it was a man. He was a man. A man came to the girls' dormitory in an underwear, a red underwear. I don't know what his plan was. I don't even want to think what he was coming to do in the girls' dormitory in the middle of the night. His eyes were bloodshot red. I don't know whether he had smoked some weed. Okay, at that time I wasn't thinking about weed or alcohol either. But what I know from the guy, from what I know from the personal experience, from interacting with the man, yeah, it's a man I've been interacting with on a daily basis at school. Cause you guessed it right, he was my science teacher. What everyone knew in school and in our class and all the classes he used to teach, that he used to get drunk. He was a drunkard. So I don't know whether the eyes were red from drinking or smoking weed. I don't know, and I don't know what she was thinking coming to the girls' dormitory at night. I don't know if he was expecting never to be caught. I really have lots of questions for him right now. I have lots and lots of questions for him because I'm trying to understand what he was thinking, and I still not coming to a nice conclusion about it. Cause that's a girls' dormitory. We are all 14, under 14, let's say a 14, because sometimes there are people who are older while in primary school. We were all under 14, underage girls. Why would he come to the dormitory at night? I don't want to think about it. It gives me the creeps. So yeah, my science teacher came into the dormitory in our dorm at night. So it wasn't a hairy man who was coming in at night. I don't know, the one people always complained. No, it wasn't some hairy man. It was just some normal man, normal teacher, just a regular teacher, our science teacher. Um, from that day on, I've always been afraid of him. Funny thing, he kept on teaching. No, he didn't keep on teaching. He was exchanged for another teacher. Came to teach us. I don't know why they did that, but he didn't come to teach us. Then when I got to class 8, he became my class teacher and my science teacher again. Yeah, so you can imagine I was still afraid of him. I could never approach him and all that. I don't know. I was just afraid. And that night when the matron asked me to describe the man, I couldn't say that it was Mr. So and so because I'm just a kid. I'm just a student. How could I accuse a teacher of coming into the dorm? So it would be the teacher's word against mine, and I did not want to put myself in that situation. I like how this video is coming out. I just like the natural light. It feels so good. Okay, but where was I with the story? So I didn't say the teach it was Mr. So and so. No, I just say he was as tall as Mr. Son. So you know there were two teachers who were almost alike. Not like they looked alike, but they had some features they shared. So I was just comparing to those two. As tall as Mr. So and so, as dark as this other one. Like I just tried to mix them up so that um I don't know. I just tried to mix it up so that no one could know I was talking about a certain teacher, because I didn't want to put myself in a fix. And I was among the good students in school. Not to brag, most of the teachers liked me, and I was a teacher's pet. Yeah. So I just didn't want to ruin my reputation at school. So I kept it to myself. And funny thing, Mercy and I never discussed that thing from that happened that night. We never talked it about together, like sit down and start discussing that. Do you remember that night? Was it Mr. So and so? Like come to a conclusion together. We just put it at the back of our minds and we just assumed that story. And that night, a friend of mine told me to go and sleep with her in her bed. She was sleeping with the sister, but she told me, "Come, let's sleep the three of us, cause at least then, cause we were also scared." And we slept just the three of us there till morning, and we went home. But coming next time, some girls were doubting, and they told me, was it Mr. So and so? Like they guess the same. I'm saying, I don't know, I'm not sure, but he's kind of looks like him, but no, I don't think it could be him. Maybe it's just I was just sleepy and all that. And I just wanted that story all gone. And it was sad, so sad. I don't know. Till now, I'm just wondering, what did he want to do? Had we not woken up, what would have happened to us that night? I don't know. Or someone in that dormitory that night, because I don't know. I really don't know what would have happened. And every time I think about it, I don't know. And I've never gone to that school again ever since I finished my KCP. I don't know. I don't know if yeah, I think if I face that man right now, I would ask him. I would just look for the courage, ask him for lunch. Yeah, I'll take him out for lunch and just ask him in a polite way. And I'll just ask him like, do you remember this time? And you were in the dorm, and what were you trying to do? What did you want? Cause that's so creepy. Like for someone who you are looking up to, who is your role model in school, then comes down and you find he's doing some weird stuff. We know we all have our peeves, but that's just creepy. And I don't know if he's going to watch this, cause definitely he knows I saw him. Yeah, it's Claudia Wanjiru, 7 North. I was in 7 North and 8 North. And if you're going to watch this and maybe just let me know what is it you wanted to do. Like I don't know if it's going to help me, but at least it's going to make me stop thinking what I'm thinking right now, and I know you guys know what I'm thinking. I just don't want to think that, like, I just want him to tell me what he wanted to do that night in the girls' dormitory. Or I don't know. Even if it's just he wanted to watch, that's still creepy. You can't come watching girls asleep at night. There's a way some people sleep. Some they sleep with night dresses, and sometimes the dresses come to their head. That's still creepy. That's invasion of privacy, and we were underage girls. Even if someone's not underage, you can't do that without someone's permission. That's creepy. So that's it from me, guys. I hope you liked my story time. Please, guys, don't forget to like, share, comment, and please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification button, hit the notification bell below above, and I'll really appreciate it, guys. And you can follow me on my social media handle at Wanjiru _.Wanjiru, Instagram, Claudia _Nzeki, Twitter, and my Facebook page is Claudia Nzeki. I really appreciate it. Please follow, like, share, comment. See you next time.